The dog who waited at the last ferry every evening at exactly 6 o'clock, the ferry arrived. The boat crossed the narrow bay between the island village and the mainland. Passengers stepped off carrying groceries, luggage, and stories from the outside world. And every evening, a black and white border collie named Scout waited at the dock. The villagers knew him well. Tourists often stopped to take pictures. Children patted his head. Fishermen shared scraps of fish. But Scout ignored everyone. His eyes remained fixed on the ferry, waiting. Searching, hoping. 5 years earlier, Scout had belonged to a young fisherman named Ethan. The two were inseparable. Ethan had found Scout as a tiny puppy abandoned near the shoreline. He brought him home wrapped inside his fishing jacket. From that day forward, Scout followed him everywhere. They explored beaches together. They chased seabirds across the sand. And every morning before sunrise, Scout rode beside Ethan on the ferry to the mainland fish market. The dog loved those trips. He loved watching the water. He loved meeting strangers. But most of all, he loved being with Ethan. Then one autumn morning, everything changed. A powerful storm struck the coast. Fishing boats were ordered to remain in harbor. But one vessel carrying several fishermen became trapped offshore. Without hesitation, Ethan joined a rescue crew. The sea was furious. Towering waves swallowed the horizon. The village watched from shore as rescue boats disappeared into the storm. Hours passed. Then came the terrible news. The rescue crew had saved everyone aboard the stranded vessel. But Ethan's boat never returned. The sea had taken him. Scout didn't understand. For days, he waited outside Ethan's house. For weeks, he slept beside the front door. Then one evening, he wandered to the ferry dock. The ferry arrived. Passengers stepped off. Ethan wasn't among them. The next evening, Scout returned. And the evening after that. Soon it became his routine. Every single day. For 5 years. The last ferry. The same dock. The same hope. The villagers' hearts broke for him. Many families offered to adopt Scout. He politely accepted their meals. He enjoyed their company. But every evening he returned to the dock. One winter night, a young woman named Lily arrived on the island. She had recently become the village schoolteacher. As she stepped off the ferry, she noticed Scout sitting alone beneath a street lamp. The dog looked old. His muzzle had begun turning gray. The next evening, she saw him again. And again. Finally, she asked a fisherman about him. The fisherman told Ethan's story. Lily listened quietly. Then she looked at Scout. The dog stared toward the dark water. Still waiting. Something about him touched her heart. The following evening, Lily brought a blanket. She sat beside Scout until the ferry arrived. No Ethan. No miracle. Just another sunset. Yet Scout seemed grateful for the company. Soon it became their routine. Every evening after school, Lily joined him. They watched the ferry together. They watched the seasons change. And slowly, Scout began trusting her. One spring afternoon, Lily discovered an old wooden box in the attic of the schoolhouse. Inside were photographs donated by village families many years earlier. As she sorted through them, she froze. There was Ethan, smiling beside a young Scout. The dog couldn't have been more than a few months old. The next evening, Lily brought the photograph to the dock. Scout sniffed it carefully. His ears lifted. His tail wagged slowly, gently. For the first time in years, he lay his head on Lily's lap. Tears filled her eyes. "I know you miss him too," she whispered. From that day forward, Scout changed. He still visited the dock every evening. But now he spent his mornings at the school. Children read stories beside him. Lonely students found comfort in his presence. He became the unofficial school dog. And the children adored him. Years passed. Scout grew older. His walks became slower. His hearing faded. But he never missed the last ferry, not once. Then one autumn evening, the villagers noticed something different. Scout didn't go to the dock. Instead, he rested beneath the large oak tree beside the school. Lily sat with him. The children gathered around. The sun painted the sky orange and gold. Scout looked toward the distant ferry crossing. One final time. Then he closed his eyes and peacefully drifted away. The entire village attended his memorial. Fishermen lowered their flags. Children placed flowers beside the dock. The ferry captain sounded the horn 3 times across the bay. Years later, a bronze statue was placed near the harbor. It shows a dog sitting patiently at the edge of the dock, looking toward the horizon. The plaque beneath it reads, "Some wait because they cannot let go. Others wait because love never leaves." Every evening, as the last ferry arrives, visitors stop beside the statue. And for a brief moment, they think of a loyal dog named Scout. A dog who taught an entire village that love is stronger than time.